Prime One Studios have finally unleashed their official images of their, what I assume is a half-scale piece, John Carpenter's Halloween. Michael Myers. That's Michael Myers from 1978 then. This does not look like Michael Myers from 1978. Not even close. It's a very odd looking piece, and I, like a lot of people out there, we know what we're talking about when it comes to this particular subject. I've got a lot of 78 stuff in the collection. Most of it is custom made, and to the average horror casual passerby, they'd look at this image here and think that looks incredible. That's Michael Myers right there. And I get that, but the collar is down in every image. There's an image coming up where one side of the collar is poking up a little bit, but I think that's more of an accident than anything else. It's a red flag. How much passion can you have in a project if you don't even know that in 1978 Michael Myers had his collar up? Come on, man. It's a small thing to a lot of people, but to the folks who care and have a passion for this particular subject, it's a big thing. And if you're screwing that up, it's like I said, a huge red flag. Like, what is going on? And that does not look like 78 Myers at all. I don't understand if it's meant to be 78 Myers from John Carpenter's Halloween, top right corner. There it is. Why the hell does he have cracks in the bottom of the neckline there on the mask? Look at those cracks. There's one right in the middle. He didn't have cracks in 78. And why is the hole in his neck not a hole? It looks like an indentation. She didn't prod him with the knitting needle. She stabbed him through the mask into his own neck. The base, not keen on that. It looks more like something out of a western, or maybe a trap door from Evil Dead 2 or something. They should have given you just maybe 2 steps of a staircase with a little bit of banister on one side, and that would have been very memory invoking for classic moments from 78 film. The side where his right arm is lifted up holding the knife, they could have had the banister there. That would have been nice, and maybe something behind him a little bit, but yeah, just a couple of steps, maybe 1 step in the banister. But I just think it looks weird. It's like a weird combination of Part 6 Michael Myers with maybe possibly what it'll look like in the flashback scenes in the new Halloween Kills movie. I mean, that looks like James Jude Courtney from 2018 from the back. I mean, it doesn't even look like 78 Myers from the back. How hard is that to do? It still doesn't look like him. The collar is up there though, at least. I don't know. Screw me. Just don't think it looks like 78 Myers. Just not impressed by it, man. Prime One, they really do spank it when it comes to nailing likenesses and getting things looking accurate. And the shape from 78 is a very hard thing to master. I mean, all the custom head sculpt makers and all the figure stuff, there's a couple of really, really, really close ones, but it's very hard to nail the 78 look. And again, that doesn't look like 78 Myers to me. Collar all the way down, looks more like Part 6 mixed with something else. The hair looks awful. Again, from the back, that really reminds me more of a 2018 James Jude Courtney Myers. But yeah, I'm going to get some more shots of the base now. It's really nicely detailed, there's no doubt about that. That looks lovely, it really does. But I just think, like I said, would have been better to have a step with the banister. Look at those boots. Oh, and also, if you look at his t-shirt, I don't think it's a black t-shirt. It looks more like a navy blue t-shirt, which is inaccurate to 78. I think it's pretty much across the board. Folks agree that in 1978 he was wearing a black t-shirt. The cover of his coveralls are very debatable. I mean, I want them to look that color, the way they do here, like kind of navy blue, because that's the way they appear in the film. But in reality, the coveralls were more than likely more of a kind of charcoal grey, or possibly like a spruce green, olive green, one of those, I don't know. The debate rages on, but I do prefer them to look this kind of blue colour as they appear in the film. The fist, it's a great sculpt there, great wrinkles and paint and veins and dirt and grime. Really, really nice. I wonder how thick the coveralls actually feel. They look like they probably feel quite thin to me. And JC Penney coveralls from 78, or Big Mac coveralls from 78, which I do have life-size Big Mac coveralls in this room right now, and I can tell you from feeling those things, they are very, very tough feeling. I mean, you'd have a hard job, I don't want to say stabbing a knife through them, that sounds horrible, but it's literally that kind of tough, really thick weave, fire resistant kind of material. It's very tough, and I don't think this is gonna feel like an accurate set of coveralls. But again, that just looks more like a mishmash of Part 6 Myers with a bit of James Duke Courtney Myers. So, yeah, I'm definitely not impressed by it. Especially, it's because it says in the top right corner, you know, John Carpenter's Halloween. That says clear as day this is meant to be the original Michael Myers from 78, and it just doesn't look like him to me. And I'm sure to folks out there who know their business, they're going to agree. You know, it's not right. But then again, you know, I don't know. I was going to say I'm being too harsh, but I'm not really, because this is going to be expensive as hell. I've got one Prime 1 piece in my collection. I got the Arkham Knight Catwoman. She's not even half scale. She's smaller than that, but she is pretty big. And she was very expensive, man. Like probably the most expensive thing I have actually in the collection. And you know, for that kind of money, you want it to be accurate, and this isn't. So I'm telling you right out of the gate, you know, do what you want to do. And I don't want to discourage folks. That's it's their business to spend what they want to spend and put what they want to put in their collection. But if anyone is actually coming to me for any kind of, you know, advice on what do you know, Dean, do you think this is worth the money? No, I don't think it looks like him at all. I just think there's too many things wrong with it. Even if you do get your hands on this thing and pop that damn collar up like it should be, I don't think that's going to save the fact that the face looks very odd. Let me just look at this pumpkin. That's nice. It's a nice pumpkin. Early pre-order bonus. Now, what's the difference between these two images? Am I missing something here? They both got pumpkins. They both got the same knife, same mask, same coverall, same stance. What's different about those two images? And what, do you get a plain pumpkin if you order it early? Okay. I suppose. I mean, what can you do? It's not like you can give a second head sculpt with a different expression on it. You can't do that because it's Michael Myers. But maybe they could have done one head with just black soulless holes where the eyes are, and then another head where you can actually see his eyes, kind of scary, kind of wide-eyed, kind of bloodshot, scary Michael Myers eyes or something. Maybe an interchangeable arm, so you could have the knife up like that, or maybe you could have it just down by his side. Something like that. It's a bit lacking in the accessories. I mean, because Prime 1 really do push the boat out when it comes to stuff like this. I mean, I was blown away by how many poses I was able to get out of my Catwoman statue, because they give you different arms that you can interchange. You can turn a head left and right, even though you're not really supposed to, but you can. And I managed to get a bunch of different poses out of a statue. And this is a statue. That's a nice picture, by the way. Just standing there in the mist, in the fog, creeping through the fog. Yeah, man. I'm just not into it. Oh, you can see some eye in there. In that picture there, I think you can just about make out an eye inside the mask, but I don't think we've seen an image where you can actually see the eye. Like, I want to see the paint job for it. There does seem to be an eye in there. You can see on the left, his right eye, there's just a little, or is that just dust on my screen? I don't know. Yeah, so like I said, if folks were coming to me for any kind of advice on this, saying should I put down the money, maybe they don't have anything Michael Myers related in their collection and they want to get started with that, and they think, okay, what better place to start than this big guy? It's up to you, man. If you like the look of this, by all means do it. But if you're asking me if I think this is accurate, no, I don't think it is. I think it's way off. Could it be modified to look more accurate? You could remove the hair and someone could do better hair for you, but you're not really going to be able to fix the face, and that's important. Just the texture is a weird one on the mask as well. It looks very rough and bumpy and just, yeah. I've seen the NAG masks in person, a couple of different versions of the Nicholas Art Gallery's masks. They're amazing, and I've got the reworked Trick or Treat Studios 78 mask, which you've seen on the channel, and a bunch of 1/6 scale ones, and they never look this rough and bumpy. It could be some kind of weird version, I don't know, from like the flashbacks from 2018. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it's a flashback Myers, I don't know, but it's not the Captain Kirk, 78 mask, is it? It's off. I think we're at the end of the video, folks. I hope I haven't been too much of a downer for you. Just have to give you my honest opinion, and I don't think this is accurate. So, and I don't think they're going to be changing much. I think this is going to be what you're going to be getting when it comes out. So, not for me. And but I hope, by all means, if you think it looks good, do it. More power to you. But yeah, like the video if you can, subscribe, check me out on Instagram, Facebook at DeanKnight333, and you can click the link underneath the video in the description and become a patron if you wish. Take it easy, hope you're having a good Christmas, see you soon.